Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Argentine Rugby Breakdown.
Right, today we're going to be doing a preview of the upcoming game between the Sharks and the Jaguares. It's going to be playing in Durban, the way you say.
This has been a very quiet week and not much news about Jaguares, so we are going just to start with the lineup. First row we have coming back to start the game, Michael Vivas, Juli Montoya and Joel Esclavi. We thought maybe Santiago Assassino could start the game, but they decided to put Juli on, which is great because he's the best number 2 we have.
Agree.
And well, Joel Esclavi is back starting the game, so let's see what happens with this Michael Vivas, Joel Esclavi. We haven't seen these duo.
I don't think so. Maybe at some, I don't recall it. Maybe with the changes in second half games, but I really don't recall it.
Second row we have Guido Petit and Matías Alemán is back from HIA.
Yeah, she didn't say it right.
So he's again taking the second row place, and we will see Marcos Kremer back on the third row with Tomás Lezana and Rodrigo Bruni.
The change there is that
it's Marcos Kremer for
Gorison.
Yeah, for Santi.
For Frankie Gorison. Yes. So the backs, they're going to be Gonzalo Entradu, Joaquín Díaz Bonilla, both once again at number 9 and number 10. Both of them are requiring minutes.
Well, we said on the previews that they need minutes together and minutes on field and playing. So
yes, we knew that Gonzalo Entradu was going to be in because we don't have a natural number 9 replacement in South Africa right now. And Joaquín Díaz Bonilla needs minutes in the field, so we expected this to happen and give some rest to Domingo Miotti, that's been playing a lot. Then the centers will be Jerónimo Lafuente and Mathieu Morny. Once again, the same centers as the previous game. Once again, Jerónimo Lafuente, the captain, needs minutes. He's been injured for the first couple of games and doesn't have that much minutes of play, so there he is. And Moroni, he's kind of the starting number 13 now that Orlando is going to be out the whole season. So yeah,
I also think he starts because who is our rival in this game? It's a very tough game.
Yes,
and
the Sharks have a very, very strong pair of centers with Lucanio Am and yes, I can't recall the number of the other. We made tons of penalties and high tackles. I remember that from him. He's always quarreling and trying to pick fights with all the players, but very strong, very strong player too. And then the back three that we have in this game are Emiliano Feli, still in one of the wings. Santiago Carrera moves from fullback to a wing, and we get the first start of the season for Joaquín Tuculet.
Yeah, he flew from Argentina last week.
Yes, to replace Bautista Delgui, who got injured. And we got some experience there because Joaquín Tuculet is a very experienced player, and he's going to be playing his first game of the season. So let's see how he manages. And that's it. We're going to talk about the reserves.
We have Santiago Assassino and Nahuel Chaparro and Santiago Medrano, first row replacements. Mm-hmm. Then we have Lucas Paulos and we have Santiago Rondona. Maybe, I think it will be his debut, number 67.
I guess it's number 67 or 68. I really don't recall really well.
I think Pedemonte was 66, so maybe Santiago Rondona is 67. And we have Sebastián Cancelliere, Domingo Miotti, and Santiago Jaguares as the left replacements.
Yes, Sebastián Cancelliere is going to be a number 9 replacement this time. He's not on the starting lineup and he's gone on the bench, so we see him as just in case if we need a wing replacement, he's going to be there, but mainly he's going to be, we believe, a number 9 replacement, and we see Santiago Jaguares back as a replacement too. And about Santiago Rondona, he was also not part of the original team that traveled to South Africa, and he was called to South Africa from Argentina during the first week due to the early injury of Javier Ortega-Decio.
Oh, okay.
Who he was supposed to start the first game against the Stormers, he couldn't, and Santiago Rondona flew to South Africa. We have to mention that the debutants that came into Jaguares this season were, look, Santiago Luna, who might do it, but also we have Pedemonte last week, we have Santiago Chocobares,
Yes.
we have
Socino?
no, Socino no, Socino played, Pedemonte, Albornoz,
Tomás Albornoz.
Thomas Albornoz. So there we have five players that did not play last season, that were completely debutants, and they have already have minutes in Jaguares.
Yes.
So that's really good for Argentine rugby and for this team to start getting younger people inside and broaden the squad.
Yeah. Okay. No, we have no new injuries, which is great. I think last Sunday we saw a show, the Argentinian rugby show, and Tommy Coeli was in, and he said that he was doing better, so maybe we'll have him back against Highlanders at home.
Yes.
And I do think after the tour, Bertranu will need a bit of.
Yeah, at least not to start the
Yes.
game, but go back to
Yeah.
replacement. But we don't know. We're gonna see how they
Yes.
recovered all the injuries. Come back if they're available for the squad, and also the amount of minutes that because they're tracked with all these top sportsmen or top teams around the world. They track all the movements of the players with GPSs, and they know the amount of minutes they've done and not the strength, but how they have to rest them and to have all the same to have the same level of minutes around this whole squad. So we're gonna see maybe they don't have the Coeli and the other replacement number 9 Escurra. They are not ready to come back, so maybe he Bertranu starts again, but in the next couple of games he's gonna be off to regulate to the number of minutes he gets.
Well, we're playing against Sharks on Saturday. Everybody knows it's going to be a very tough game, and well, what will happen? I read the lineup, and I have this. I'm not sure Joaquin Tuculet will be ready for it, because maybe if he was starting last week, yeah, it could be, but I don't think he's strong enough to Sharks, to stand up to the Sharks. So I think that's my main concern of the starting line.
Yeah, Joaquin Tuculet didn't have a good season last season. He was returning from injury and he was not really good. He played a couple of minutes, more than a couple of minutes, during this season's pre games that Jaguares played against Georgia 15, and he, for what I saw, he did a good job there. And so I thought at that point, well, he might be coming back to his level. We're gonna see if the coaching staff is using him. It's because they believe he is ready to play. He has the level to play and the confidence that they see him having. If not, they would have stayed with Carreras at number 15 and
yes,
just again, yes, and Cancelliere as the winger. But if they're putting him there, it's because at least they trust that he can perform or has the level.
I forgot you trust so much. You have so much confidence in our.
Once again, they haven't they haven't proved me wrong. So yeah.
And what do you think will happen?
I think it's going to be a hard game. The Sharks had a good start of the season. They had a good performance overseas. I was watching a show, a South African show today, I think in the morning or something like that, and they were talking about the Sharks and saying that, well, although they got a good start of the season, they really had a easy tour because of against the teams they played, and they lost the game against the Hurricanes, which were returning from Buenos Aires. So the toughest game they had, they lost it, and they won the rest of the games that were not supposed to be that tough. And they also mentioned that the Sharks, they are good traveling, but they really don't play that well at home. And let's remember that last season, with much more experienced player, Howard was able to score around 50-something points
with
against the
much
Sharks.
more experienced players on the Sharks side.
On the Shark side, yes. So I know it's going to be a tough game. I know that we're starting with a really confident and strong forward pack, and I think there's going to be a big difference if we can manage it, because the Sharks had a young pack which is really with a lot of confidence. But if we can set our rhythm and contest the breakdowns and be strong there with our forward packs, and with the two centers that we have that can stop the two Stormer centers, I think we have a good
Shark
chance.
centers.
I'm sorry, the Shark centers. I think we have a good chance. Yeah, I think, as I say, it's going to be a tough game, but I think Jaguares, we can win it. We have the team to do it, and I think that the players are getting more confident to that. And one other thing, Sharks is returning from a trip, while Jaguares has been already in South Africa. So that might also be something that conditions the Sharks, factors in, right, into the Sharks game or performance.
Tough one. I do think, as you said, like Jaguares it's already in South Africa. They've been playing and getting confidence, and if they start the game like they finished last game against Bulls, I think Jaguares can win. But it needs to focus. It needs to just crash Sharks pack and open the game and do what they do good. Like, they're very good attackers when they want to, and I think it's on Jaguares. Jaguares can win it and Jaguares can lose it. I think that's what will happen. I think all the pressure or all the game is focused on how Jaguares go out to field. I think they will be completely responsible of the result.
Yes, I agree with you. If Jaguares is in the correct set mind, we can win the game. And it's time that Jaguares starts taking that role of candidate on certain games. They are competitive. They've shown before that they can be competitive and they can win games. So it's the moment to start winning games and showing that yes, we can do, and we do have the mindset to come out to the games and say yes, here we are and here we can win.
And winning with authority from the start, because against Reds, at the end they won with authority with a high difference, or a big difference, but they started horrible. So that's my thing. It depends on how Jaguares' state of mind is.
Exactly. I think it depends only on Jaguares, and another thing is how Jaguares manages the rush defense that all the South African teams are implementing this season. We saw it for Stormers, the Bulls, the Sharks are doing that, and something that the Springboks did in the World Cup. And I think that the Jaguares are starting to manage that really well. Being this is the third game, they struggle a little bit with Stormers. They were able to do it against the Bulls, to control that, although the Bulls attacking and defenses was really poor. But I think they're managing that, and with now the number 9, number 10 playing a second game together and having more minutes, they might manage it even better and to control that rush defense. And if we can do that, we can really surprise the Sharks and play behind them with little kicks or with decoys and things like that, and we can surprise them and win the game. So
we promise that at some point we will say Jaguares will lose the game, because all the reviews that we're doing, all the reviews we think Jaguares will win.
But truth be told, every game, even the losses that Jaguares had, they were there, they were competitive, and they were there. And
I was sure that they could win that game.
And they had the chances, We had a chance against the Hurricanes, we were winning the games, and we had the chances against the Stormers. They haven't been that. They've lost, okay, but okay.
This is a video.
That's it.
I think it's the shortest we have done. Not taking first impressions on, because they're 3 minutes long.
And being the two of us together, because when I was alone, I did one really quick. I think so.
No, it was like 20 minutes.
Okay, so
So on Saturday will be the game,
Mhm.
and we will see it, of course, from Buenos Aires, from this couch, and we will have first impressions, and then we will do a review of the game. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video. Please like, comment,
subscribes, notification bell, all those stuff, all those
everything.
things. That really helps
You
the channel.
know what to do. So
And follow us on social media too.
oh yeah, it's down there as well
Mhm.
somewhere. So see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.